Hello everybody and welcome back. I am KRX and we're continuing on with this Banished playthrough, successfully creating a family and a nice home that they are now living in where they've given birth to their first daughter. Population of 3 right now, but we only have 2 workers. Is of course a little baby who is actually seems amazingly old already, walking around there, but not quite old enough to actually actually be joining the workforce, it would appear. We have a place where we could chop wood to get firewood. We have the place where we have someone who's hunting. Now, one of the cool things we can do is when we click on a building, we can show or hide the production statistics at this location. So this will show us what we were able to produce in the previous season. Now, I guess season means season, right? Spring, summer, autumn, fall. I was always wondering if this was like previous year, but either way, it says we've made 200 venison and 7 leather. That's fantastic already. And I don't even think this was operational for a full season. I think this was only operational for like half a season. That number should go up. So we have one person that's working that, one person that's a laborer just going around and continually chopping for trying to gather wood, trying to gather, we need wood. We seriously need wood. And one of the things we're eventually going to want is we're actually going to want a more self-sufficient forester's lodge where they can plant trees and they can chop wood, so they can do both at the same time to create that self-sufficiency. Some games split that into like an actual forester and there's lumberjacks. This game is just one building. You put this down and you can grow trees or you can chop the trees, and then you can of course set it to like a mixed mode where it does a little bit of both, so it becomes a self-sufficient wood production area. I think eventually we're going to want a bridge over to here to have like sort of an area going out here. I mean, if this is the hunting grounds out here thematically, I guess we could come over here. Let's put this down. We might not need to build it quite yet. But let's at least get it down. I'm going to do this and I'm just going to pause it and that'll highlight it so that we know that we put it down there. We were talking about getting see if we had a school, our kid could actually be going to school right now and becoming more sort of a more efficient laborer once they become of age. I believe they stay in school. They stay in school longer, so they become a worker later in life. I think it's like 13 years old instead of 11 years old or something like that. But they do become a sort of a. I believe they work harder their entire adult life if they've been educated, if they have been educated, which is nice. And there's so many. Banished is such an amazing game. This game is 8 years old and it's still such an amazing game. And it's like some of the concepts are just like, they're just solid. Like, the idea that in a village like this, you'd still care about education and that pays like actual physical. There's a return on that investment, right? They spend some extra time in education, but then they're better workers in their adult life. But I mean, I feel like to some degree, you could take that concept so much further and have so much more depth to it, right? Different kinds of schooling, different kinds of higher tier education, right? Like, and then sort of take that up the chain of, more advanced professions and stuff like that. But the games that always copy Banished, they always just seem to do the bare minimum, and then they miss the point a lot of the time, and then you have just some random clone that's kind of forgettable, to be honest. I don't know. Banished is it just works. Like, it just works. And there is still so much here that can be improved upon too. That's the thing. This isn't the perfect game. This is just a great starting point. Clothing, that's what we want to do. We want to make tools and we want to make clothing. So that would probably be over here in the refined resources. Fabrics and fibers. So this is a tailor. Okay, so this is the OG tailor here. This looks like it's starting to be a place where you could actually do some farming eventually when that iron gets cleared out. This tailor is going to require a decent amount of wood and stone. We really do need more wood. We really need more wood. We're not going to be building this for a minute, I don't think. But I'm going to put that down there and just pause it. And the other thing we need is we need tool. We need a blacksmith. Let's pause that. Oop, okay. So blacksmith requires iron ore, which is the unrefined iron. Wait a second. Iron ore? Wait a second. Hold on. Iron ore. That's different. That might be the stuff you get out of the mine. We might actually need to do a little bit of a shrimpy blacksmith. What is this? What does this require? Medieval black stone and wood. And that looks kind of nice. It's a little bit small and whoop, didn't mean to hit that. Meant to do the thing to cancel the building. Yeah, let's just do what are these? That'll be a place to get some basic tools going. Why do we have so little wood? Ah, it says we have 295. We might be able to turn this off. Well, let's let them continue to hunt through spring. Let's get the speed of the game going back up. Let's let them hunt through spring. Let's set the priority to the wood, right? So let's go set priority and say this is the priority over here, guys. That's the priority, not the iron. Oh, it is iron ore. No, we do have iron ore. Get this generic stuff here is iron ore. Okay, so we could do the OG building if we wanted to. What does that take? How many more? It's certainly more resources than whatever we're doing right now. So it's going to be a little tougher to get it built. 32, 50, 55 stone. Well, we have a good amount of stone at the moment. Already 2 years old. We need a second child, and we need a second male. Second to be a male. And we're going to eventually need another house so they can go off and be their own family. So there we actually did some duck hunting, it looks like. We didn't get any leather, but we got some duck meat. 200. We have 500. You know what? I think we have plenty of food. I think we have plenty of food at the moment. Let's unselect that. We have 2 laborers. Let's make it so let's... And you know, I'm actually thinking... I mean, it almost seems like we have a little bit of a wood crisis. Let's get the wood going. And then, yeah, let's just select everything. Just go ahead and build everything. We'll save the tailor for last. How much leather do we have stockpiled at the moment, though? Only 7 leather. I don't know how many pieces of clothing that'll make us. Because we only have 3 right now. That'd be enough for like 1 more year, kind of at this rate. And we're chopping a lot of wood here. It just isn't getting shuffled yet. It just isn't being taken to the stockpile. Stockpile is looking full. Stockpile is looking full. Having a stockpile actually by the blacksmith area might be rather thematic. As this is starting to look kind of like an industrial zone of sorts. Big stockpile right there, maybe. I mean, part of Banished, I think, is honestly just building some things that look kind of cool and look neat. And is this where the thing's going down? It's having a stockpile next to this could make a lot of sense. Since that is the lumber yard. Looks like we're working on this one first. And the daughter's actually just sitting there watching. That's nice. So we're on speed 10 here. Food's looking good. We just used another tool. So it's going to take 1 log and 1 iron in order to make an iron tool. But that's talking about iron, not iron ore. What we have right now is iron ore. Let's slow this down. I'm going to go investigate here. How do we... All working. Creates iron from iron ore. This requires lumber. This requires lumber. So this is a more advanced thing. Instead, I think what we'll do is we'll set this to... Oh, we could actually do... I do not want to use stone. I like stone. We could actually do wooden tools, which are like the lowest of the low. Or we can use iron ore to make rough tools. 1 log and 1 iron ore. I think we probably... Rough tools seem to be better than wooden tools. And even maybe better than the stone tools. So let's do the rough tools. And the tool limit, we probably could set that even lower. If we had 30 tools, that would be a ton for what we're working on at the moment. Actually, I want to set this fuel limit way higher, though. Let's set that up to 100. And same with logs and stone. Yeah, we don't really want to be limited on those things quite yet. But we don't need to overproduce tools or clothes or something like that. Dang, I might actually... Well, when they're done with this... Yeah, we need tools. We need tools. How are we doing on all the resources? Do we have enough for this? 45 and 50? We do. You know what? I'm actually going to say unpause this. So the builder's going to finish working on the forester. They're going to come and finish the tailor. And I'm actually going to let our laborer... We have no fuel. All of our firewood has been moved to the house, which is okay. We're going to make some firewood. Then we're going to make some tools. Hopefully this builder, once they're done, they can actually come down here and work and get this done quickly so they can become a blacksmith. And then once this person's done chopping wood, they can actually swing over and make some clothing for us or something. Or maybe it might not take long for them to make the fuel and they might become the blacksmith. 4 years old right now already. So, of course, obviously you don't have to wait actual literal years for them to age up, because that would just take too long. That would just take way too long. I think this 74 wood, firewood is going to last a lot longer than we think. I'm also kind of curious exactly how much this is going to produce. What the ratio here? 8 logs. Looks like for every log, you get 4 firewood. So 6 logs will be 24. This will be fine. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. The tools of the clothes are worrying me the most. The tools of the clothes are worrying me. Okay. You know what? Yeah. We might just need 2 builders. Okay, thanks. You made a little bit of firewood for us. Cool. That's good enough. Go back to either being a laborer and working on getting the resources to the locations that we need to finish these buildings. Because winter is here. The second winter is here. Okay, that's done. Just need a little bit more. This is actually not even that important right now, but we're still doing it because we're so close to having that done. Actually, we do need tools. So we need someone to come and work on the tools. And the builder just needs to finish this so we can make clothing. I gotta say, this looks like a fairly mild winter right now. This is late winter. Where's the snow? This is late winter, apparently. This was a mild winter, which is interesting because we haven't set to harsh weather. Early spring. We've made it into the next year. Oof. Good stuff. Year 3. How quickly are you able to convert? Oh, you've actually already made 12 tools. We're swimming in tools. Holy cow, we're making those tools quickly. I don't know how much iron ore we actually have. That was the thing. 29%. I do want to actually get another storage unit built. Which of the storage units do we use? A little cellar. That's just the original storage thing. Mini storage. Mini storage could work. It's saying we have a. Oh no, our food's fine. Our food's fine. Plenty fine. It's saying it's low relative to where you would usually be. If we had like 10 people in this village, 400 food would just be gone in blink of an eye. But with 3 people in the village, we're doing okay there. Oh, we've actually already built. I don't know how, but like wowzers, we got that done fast. We got that done fast, getting those tools made. So we're fine on tools. We're totally good on tools. I might actually increase that a little bit. It's up to 100. Those tools should they're not as strong as the tools we started with. The tools we started with, I believe, were just like regular iron tools. These are rough tools, so they will degrade faster, but still 30, that's going to last quite a while. It's going to last quite a while. Oh, we got it. We got a Valen has been born, our second child. So we got to give Valen and Calaline, Calmaline a house for them to live in. Although they do have still a few years before they're an adult. Taking their sweet time with this. And let's just actually, yeah, let's just remove resources in this central area in order just to kind of, but we are going to need someone to be working on food here in a second. After this gets built. Actually, we might need to switch that food production now. What were we digging around for? A storage unit. Yeah. That's just a little bit of like a cellar thing that can just kind of thematically go next to a. I mean, something like this is kind of neat looking. Stores vegetables only. I think this stores basically everything. Let's just stick this at the back. That'll be very thematic. Have a little storage right there. A little cellar out the back of the house. It looks like the Tailor area is being made. Let's actually have someone continue on being a hunter. Once they're done building this, the builder will become a tailor. It's really any second now. We're going to run out of clothes. It really, if we had a couple more adults, which we will soon, this would be quite good. We'd have a tailor, we'd have a blacksmith, have a woodcutter, we'd have a food getter, and that's basically what you need to survive. I guess, and then we need a wood chopper too. So I guess a 5th person would be kind of perfect. But and then it's not really just about surviving though. It is about thriving and building an amazing village, and collecting different kinds of livestock and seeds and stuff. There's trading. There's traders in the game. There's a number of things that we're going to be continually striving for. It's definitely, we are far from the end game. That is for sure. And to some degree, Banished has always been a little bit about a game of oh, they're gonna try to work on this. Oh, we could do the cellar later. I'm a tailor and just make some hide coats. Yeah, we need some coats for the 3 that we have sort of run out. Yep, the leather's been moved there. 12 leather actually got moved in there. Good, good, good. Actually, we've been wearing hide coats, so these are the same quality. What else could we could make wool coats with wool, which would require sheep. Cloth, linen. We could actually we can do is you can grow flax Okay, so that's so interesting that they're actually like just. I'm surprised they're working this fast. Like they took those 12 leather and made 16 coat. Like wow, holy cow! It was like 1 to 1, or it was even more than 1 to 1. Maybe we had 13 leather. Maybe we had 13 leather. That was really fast. So that didn't take much time at all. We have coats and we have tools. Let's go. Um, let's become a build. Let's go back to finishing this build here. And we're pumping out kids left, right, and center. We do need to make a stone house. It is go time. The family is cooking along here. Cooking along here. Actually, I'm not sure how many people can live in a stone house. That's another nice thing is some of the nicer houses have higher capacities. Guys, thanks everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. There is a playlist link down below that'll help you get to the next episode of this series where we are just continuing on in the world of Banished. And it's going really well right now with this Adam and Eve start. And I'm excited to keep going with it and see what we can do and get some of these kids up to working age. And hopefully things will start exploding soon. Things get going pretty fast eventually. But we have a nice little self-sufficient village going on over here, guys. Thanks everybody for being here. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments, guys. I answer every question ever asked in the comments section. So thanks guys for being here. See you guys in the next one.